A lot goes into the behind the scenes videos. One of the person who makes one of your favorite YouTubers videos happen is Colt. So tell us about yourself.
My name is Colt, 22 years old, and I just started getting into this maybe, I guess you could say a year ago, but seriously, probably like 7 months ago.
What type of stuff do you do for Wakasa?
So I mainly just like film and maybe dabble in editing, but my main thing is being a YouTube filmer. So I go around and just kind of take the load off of a vlog style type video, and it becomes like a third person perspective, and kind of like the camera angle becomes almost like the audience being there. So whatever I shoot is whatever you guys see in the final product.
Exactly. Before you started filming for other YouTubers, you did your own YouTube videos. How did you get that started? Who was your inspiration to do that stuff?
Yeah, so I think I created my YouTube channel back in 2015 or something like that. And Casey Neistat, Casey Neistat was probably my biggest inspiration, and his daily vlogs, I would look forward to them every day after school. And I don't know, I think he kind of made the next wave of creators for sure.
Yeah.
But he kind of made it super fun, and vlogging was awesome, and I just thought if he could do it, I could do it too. So 2015 started my channel, posted some like pretty terrible vlogs, but I guess like everyone is a learning opportunity, and I don't know, I posted pretty inconsistently throughout the years, but I've never forgotten about my YouTube channel. And recently in the past week or two, I posted a video, kind of like the behind the scenes video, filming for Kelly Wakasa, and it really blew up, and now we're at like 11,000 subscribers, so it's pretty cool.
That video got 78,000 views, and since that video did so well, are you planning to do even more videos?
Yeah, so I have to thank Kelly for even letting me do it behind the scenes, because his name really like carries some weight for sure. And through that, like I need to prioritize working for him for sure. But obviously, I think if I grind hard enough, like I'll try for weekly uploads for sure, and if not, bi-weekly, like for sure, yeah.
Now, what type of videos would you be doing? Since you did a behind the scenes video, you still be doing Kelly-based videos, or you're like your own?
Yeah, so with like this newfound platform, I'd really wanted to create something for myself, and it's just not realistic to always do a behind the scenes video, because then I have to worry about filming for Kelly and then filming for my own channel. But I think I offer a lot when it comes to, like, I'm obsessed with like camera gear and stuff. So I think I offer a lot of knowledge, and I could, I don't know, do some filmmaking content and teach people things that they want to know about cameras, or how to get into filming, or just stuff like that, the technical side.
Yeah, I feel like that'll definitely be very interesting. Why did you decide to start filming videos for people and kind of leave your YouTube channel behind?
Why did I start filming for people and not doing my own stuff?
Yeah, where was the point where you took the turn to like start helping other people film their videos and just help other YouTubers in general?
Yeah, so I guess it started back in February of last year, and Steezy Kane, I have a poster of him like right up there, and he came to New York City to film a snowball fight video and posted an Instagram story saying he was looking for just like extra angles. And I swiped up, and by my luck, he got back to me, and that was kind of my first dip into this whole like creator space. And because of that, I ended up working with him around like 5 or 6 months later with Sneeko, and those two names they're friends with Kelly, so then it kind of just like snowballed into that and gave me some credibility. So yeah, I guess that's when I like started filming, and it's just cool. I love YouTube, and being able to work with them is very intriguing.
Yeah, YouTube's amazing. Something funny about Steezy Kane is I was interviewing Iraq's producer, Aiden, and I think he was at the USC campus. He was at college campus, and Steezy Kane, if you're like behind him, he was doing his Metaverse in VR video, his Metaverse in public video. Like you can see Hayden sitting down for the interview. So I just found that really cool. Like he was kind of one of my videos, but filming his own video. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's pretty cool. He's really cool.
Yeah, in the podcast you can see him like walking around in public with a VR headset. It was very cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was him until someone messaged me that was Steezy Kane. And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, super cool. How long have you been doing this podcast for?
2 years, 5 days ago. So May 12th was my second year.
Hey, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. But I've been doing YouTube since I was like 5 years old. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the podcast
super
is like
young.
A bit of my YouTube journey. In your most recent video, you mentioned you live 2 hours away from New York. What's it like going from train every time you have to film? 2 hours.
So it's a big number, 2 hours just to commute one way, but it's really not that bad. It's like a little over an hour train ride, and on the train you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can catch up on work, go to sleep, whatever. So like that's not too bad. And you kind of get used to it. So
Yeah.
to me, it's pretty not light, but it's something that like I don't really even think of anymore. But yeah, like I would just say that finding something that you really enjoy doing is kind of more valuable than a convenient commute, you know?
Exactly.
I'm excited to go to work every single time we film. So yeah, I don't mind the 2-hour commute at all.
Exactly. When you're doing something, when you're going to do something you're passionate about, like it doesn't matter how long it takes to get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But actually doing it, enjoying it.
Yeah.
So what's it actually like filming for Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly's great. Like, it's pretty collaborative, and like we bounce off ideas and stuff like that, and it's cool. Like his ideas are pretty crazy. Like I can't spoil it, but the next video you're gonna see next week is a pretty crazy video, and it's like the whole do it excites mentality shows through his videos, and every time we film is like a completely different journey. And I think that's what I love about it. It's not mundane, repetitive, doing the exact same thing every time. Like you really don't know what to expect, and it keeps you really on your feet. And I don't know, it's pretty hard to get bored of it, you know? There's just like always something else. So yeah, it's super cool. And I mean, he's great, super funny, nice. Yeah.
It's hard to get bored of something when you're doing like something new every time you do it. So it's constantly something new. Every video is so random. Like he has so many different things, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So a lot of YouTubers have like a fake personality on camera, and then off camera they're completely different. Is Kelly like that, or is he exactly like how he's in his videos? Because I've interviewed people who are completely different from how they are in their videos.
Yeah, I'd say it's hard to like be entertaining 100% of the time, but
yeah,
Kelly is definitely a genuine person, and that shows through his videos, the whole, you know, caring about others and stuff like that. But I would say like after off camera, he probably chills like 10%, you know, like he's a really chill, funny guy, you know. Can't be like crazy, do excites all the time. But I mean, when it comes
get
time
so tired
to,
quickly.
what do you say?
You get so tired quickly, like constantly, like do what it's like all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he keeps going. Like the video, he puts a lot of work into the videos, and like there's been times where we film past midnight because like we just gotta get certain things done, you know.
Yeah. Are there any like secrets about Kelly's videos that not a lot of people know, like secrets of filming, editing? Like
secrets? Ooh, you want the secrets? I don't know. I guess just like, I think if you've watched his podcast episode on And They Were Roommates, that's a really good episode that shows like a more behind the scenes look of like what goes into videos and like what he's thinking about. And his videos are like a lot more planned out than I feel like a lot of people expect. Like there's a whole planning stage and writing scripts and finding the right songs, and yeah, it's pretty cool knowing that.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's really cool to know that, just like because like knowing the behind the scenes of how someone does something, and then the final product is like insane. So what's the craziest thing that has happened when filming for Kelly or for Steezy Kane or for Nico?
Yeah, so let me think. Steezy Kane, I haven't filmed too much for. It's just like the one snowball fight video, and we helped Sneeko film a video. I filmed a couple like 1-minute podcasts and street interviews for Sneeko, and I don't know, like things go pretty smooth, I'd say. There's been some people that like get angry sometimes, and like you'll see on his videos like the girl that tried to sue him or whatever. But as far as Kelly, things are pretty crazy. I'd say like gotta stay tuned for next week, because actually no, 2 weeks from now there's a video that's gonna come out, and it's probably the most dangerous thing we've ever done. But it was. I'm
excited for it.
Yeah, super worth it. I can't spill the beans, but you just gotta stay tuned. It's a super cool video. At least the ones that are publicly, the day in the life that I made, like jumping into Coney Island water was actually so cold, and I felt like my feet were gonna fall off.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it makes the video better, and yeah, I was just upset that my shot was like so shaky jumping into the water.
Yeah.
But that's probably the craziest thing that we've.
This was so cold. I'm guessing like.
Oh yeah, I'm like jumping over waves and stuff like that. Like it was pretty hard, but yeah, it was cool. Like jumping off the pier. I didn't jump off the pier, but when Kelly jumped off the pier, he went first, and he didn't know how deep it was, and it was actually pretty shallow. Like he hit the bottom. So yeah, I don't think that was said in the video, but yeah, it was pretty dangerous. But I don't know, more people did it, and it was a pretty good video.
Yeah. In your day in the life video, you mentioned that you also manage Kelly's TikTok. Have you learned a lot about TikTok when managing for Kelly? Or like, what have you learned about TikTok? What can you give tips to someone starting?
Yeah, so I basically am in charge of converting the longer form content into short form content and then post it for him. He still does like the comments and overview of the TikTok, if you could say. But in making those TikToks, like I guess I've learned what is better for retention, you know? I watched your interview with Tejas and he was saying that like every time you upload a TikTok, it's kind of like pulling a lever of a gambling machine. And sometimes I feel like I make a good TikTok and it flops, and other times it does really well. Like I think our best TikTok we made was 20 million views, which is like what? Like 20 million views is crazy. But yeah, we post every day, and I guess you learn how to like highlight the most flashy or like the content that'll make the most engagement, I guess you could say. That's not much to it, you know. I don't edit the full videos, so that's Wyatt's responsibility, and he does a great job doing that. So I feel like a lot of the creativity is done through that already.
Do you also manage a shorts channel, or is that?
No, that's entirely Kelly.
Yeah, because I was curious to know the difference from shorts and TikTok.
Yeah, I think it's all short form content, and between shorts, TikTok, and Reels, you kind of just upload like the same thing, I'd say.
Yeah. Since it's like almost the same platform, it'll probably work for both of them. Since it's the same thing, just different brand.
Yeah, it's kind of just like throwing out more content to populate your name, and hopefully some of it blows up.
Yeah. There's some misconceptions about like editing for Kelly. Like some people think that aren't real. Some people think that are fake and are real. If that makes sense.
I don't know. I'd say Kelly's pretty genuine with everything. Like we don't fake anything or stuff like that. And telling a really good story is kind of the thing that he cares about, and I think that shows throughout his videos. Misconception wise, I don't know. Like I guess making these weekly videos are not easy, you know. There's a lot of moving parts, and like it's very difficult to like make everything come together in the end, between like scheduling people and having the edits done in time and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of work, I guess you could say. And yeah, I mean, everybody knows he works hard, but it's a lot of work, I'd say, yeah, from the behind the scenes perspective. So
in your day in the life film for Kelly Wakasa, Kelly says that he was actually faking filming. Was that true? Or?
No, that was just a joke to Luke, because the Coney Island day was the day that we were filming, and then like he was just making a joke to Luke, yeah.
What was it like filming for your channel and his channel at the same time? Like, how did you balance it out? How did you get enough content for Kelly, get enough content for you?
Yeah, so
were they on different cameras, stuff like that?
Yeah, when you ask like if I'd be doing more behind the scenes content, it's not that easy, because like there's a lot of things going on. The Coney Island day was more of a chill day, where we literally stayed at the skate spot for like 2 hours, and eventually you get the same thing to the point where like, oh, I can just whip out my camera because nothing else is gonna change, you know. So it's pretty cool. And actually a lot of the shots that I ended up using were shots that like either was from his video, or Luke Ike was also there at the time, and that's how we got like the third person perspective and video of me. So that was a big help, because there was moments where like when Kelly was jumping, I couldn't be vlogging it, you know, I had to get his shot. So I don't even remember the question. What was your question again?
Like, what was like balancing filming for you and for Kelly at the same time? Yeah,
so that was difficult, but Kelly was nice enough to let me use the content that we ended up filming that day. And yeah, I think that's why it came out good. And without that, like I would probably have like not too many angles or anything like that. So yeah, he helped me out big time.
Yeah, definitely. What's your favorite video you have worked on, like for any YouTuber? What is your favorite?
Favorite video? It's a tough one. I don't know. Like we filmed a lot of videos so far. Favorite one? I don't know. They're all so cool. I don't know. Can't really give you an answer. I could just say like they're all pretty fun to film. There's not really videos that I don't enjoy filming. I think the date videos with Ashley are pretty fun, because you know you're just capturing like super cute moments or whatever. So yeah, I guess maybe I'd say my favorite video would be the first video I ever filmed with him. It was just like such a surreal experience, like meeting everybody for the first time, and we kind of just like dove into it, and he just trusted me with the camera. So yeah, that was like a pretty super cool day for me.
Talking about your first time, go more in depth about how it was like your first time filming. Like, how did you feel? Like, stuff like that.
Yeah, so when Kelly posted that story saying he was looking for filmers when he moved out here, I shot him a DM and I felt like it just got like lost in the archive of Instagram DM requests, you know? But he ended up getting back to me a week later, and like I was like, what? Like I completely forgot about it. And yeah, I was in college at the time, so we planned a day where I could like kind of skip class and get there. And we met up at a coffee shop in the morning, and Elliot ended up walking into the coffee shop and like, oh, like it's just crazy like seeing him, you know?
Was that planned, him walking into the coffee shop? Like,
no, he was just getting coffee, and I'm like, oh, Colt, I'm meeting Kelly, testing out filming today. So it was super cool, and everybody in the house is just like really nice people, and yeah, it's crazy to call them friends now, you know, seven months later after filming. So it's cool.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know that you can actually become friends with the people you watch like on screens.
Yeah,
it's surprising. Like, it's just like try to get yourself out there, and then you'll somehow become their friend if everything goes well.
Yeah, I think like an important thing that I've learned this past couple months is like you just got to take your chances and shoot your shot, because it really doesn't hurt to shoot somebody a DM, you know. Worst that happens is they never see it or don't reply, you know. And because of that shot, I'm kind of doing what I love now, and like it's just like super cool.
Yeah, for anyone that wants to do anything with another creator or just like something like that, just send the message. Like for me with podcasts, it's like if I would be like nervous to send messages, I'll never be getting people on podcasts like you.
Exactly.
So it's like all about sending it. The worst thing that can happen, like you said, is the person doesn't see it, and that's it. And the best thing that can happen is they say yes.
Yeah.
You have a new podcast guest, new client, or whatever.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose, you know.
Exactly. So what is one piece of advice you want to give to anyone who wants to start filming videos or start doing YouTube?
In general, or like kind of doing what I do?
Doing what you do, and like in general, like a little bit of both.
Yeah, so I'd say if you wanted to get into filming for YouTubers, kind of like the job I guess you could say I do, it goes back to what we just said, where you just kind of like have to shoot your shot. And I've been lucky to get a response from the people that I've, you know, sent my message to, but it definitely, I would say, it isn't the easiest thing. You know, there's only so many YouTubers that need somebody to shoot their videos for them. A lot of people end up just vlogging it themselves, you know? But there's always, especially now, I feel like there's a whole new wave of creators, and I don't know, there's definitely somebody that needs a videographer. So I think the best way to do it is...
Videographer or editor or thumbnail designer, like anything.
Yeah, anything. I think editors are really important, because being able to offload that process like saves the content creator so much time and stress, you know, because editing, I mean, filming, you could do filming in a day or two, but editing a video takes numerous hours, you know. It's definitely not a traditional like work 9 to 5. You kind of have to meet deadlines and, you know, work extra hard. But yeah, you have to be passionate about that. And then I think an important thing is, in the meantime, it's smart to start your own channel, do your own content, because it kind of validates your skill and it helps you become better, because there's a lot of people that they'll reach out and say like, oh, I want to do video or help out, blah, blah, blah. But then like they haven't even posted anything, you know? So it's really hard for somebody to gauge your skill level, because either that or they'll take a huge risk on you because you don't have anything, you know? So I think
like having a portfolio
in your own time. What you say?
Having a portfolio, kind of
like a portfolio. Yeah, I don't really have a portfolio, I'd say. Like, it's crazy to call my YouTube channel a portfolio, but Kelly was saying that like when he first checked out my Instagram page and my YouTube, like kind of shows that I'm a real person and kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, you know? So like the more you do that, it's kind of like a portfolio to get into that space. And as far as creating your own content, like if you want to just be a YouTuber, you just have to do it and get out of your head. Because I know for me, and the reason why I lack like a consistent upload schedule for the past couple of years is that I just felt, I think it's called like perfection paralysis or something like that. And
like trying to perfect everything.
Yeah, I wanted it to be really good, and if the idea was just like not good enough, I just wouldn't create a video entirely, you know. But Kelly says
that
something
can be really good or really bad sometimes.
Yeah. And I think it's better to upload than not upload. And one thing Kelly says is he follows the rule of 80-20. So it's 80% perfection and 20% execution. So it's really tough to make everything perfect every single time, but you kind of have to give up that 20% just so you can like get a video out and stuff like that.
Yeah, for someone from Kelly, I think it would be like the other way around. 80% execution, 20% perfectionism. But yeah, that's just from my point of view. But yeah.
Yeah. He cares a lot about his videos, and the amount of effort he puts in it definitely has to be at least 80% of perfection. You know, he really wants it to be.
The effort is noticed. Definitely is.
Oh yeah, of course.
So before we end, is there anything left you want to say?
I don't know. Just like I'm very grateful of where I am today. You know, it's almost like imposter syndrome. Even being on a podcast, it's just like, what am I doing here? You know, and I'm just really excited for the future. And like a lot of people have been reaching out to me saying my day in the life video was inspirational to them. So
it was.
I appreciate that, and I hope to inspire, kind of like what Casey Neistat did to me, inspire next wave of like small creators or something like that. And
definitely is possible.
Give back. Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah. So that's all. Just give your best shot and follow your dreams. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Colt, for coming on the podcast. This is a lot. No problem. Thanks for coming on. And I'll see you next episode of the Nicocast.